Hey, what's up with it, King? What's up with it, Queen? You already know who it is. Look, it's your big brother, Mont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. Yeah, look, you are now tuned in to the Live in Purpose podcast. Listen, we got Brad Butler II, aka B Rad the Great. You already know we got Logan Taylor, aka YB Normal, where you could be extraordinary. But wait, we ain't finished. We got Cornelius, the CEO, aka Cornelius Shackelford. You already know what it is. Together, we are the Fantastic Force. Yeah, look. We want to thank y'all for taking time out your schedule to tune in with us, kick it with us. But look, if you haven't already, we need you to hit the notification bell, right? We need you to hit the like, the thumbs up. We need you to hit subscribe. And most importantly, we need you to share this with about 5 or 10 people right now who you want to see live in purpose. Now that we've got all the preliminary work out of the way, now we've got all the formal work out of the way. Fellas, you ready to do us?
Let's do it.
Always.
Always. This is what we do. So look, man, check it out. So how about I'm outside playing football. I'm playing catch, right? With Lil Demont. He 3 years old, right? So we outside in the backyard. We playing catch. I'm throwing the ball at him. He's dropping it. Boom. I'm throwing the ball. He's dropping it. I'm throwing the ball. He's dropping it, right? But the thing that catches me, right? We're doing the same thing over and over again. Now, me, I wasn't the athletic kid, right? I was the kid that tried to play football, but I ain't really had no skills like that. But here it is, my son, my youngest son, right? The youngest kid out of 5. We're in the backyard playing catch, and he got this determination in his mind at 3 years old. Every time he dropped the ball, he says again. So I throw it back, y'all. I throw it again. He drops it. He says again. All of a sudden, something strange happened, y'all. I throw the ball at him the same way. Nothing's changed. I throw the ball at him, and all of a sudden, he catches the ball. Now that he's caught the ball, he got this look on his face, and I'm excited because I know what this look is. He don't know the feeling that he's feeling, but I'm looking at my son, my 3-year-old, and he's at 3 years old. He's already a better athlete than his father ever was and ever will be, and he's only 3. He's just beginning. But the thing that caught me the most, the thing I'm most proud of, is not the fact that my son finally caught the ball, y'all, because it ain't our first time playing catch. So I know that he can catch the ball. The difference is the distance was a little further and I was throwing the ball a little harder, right? But the thing that stuck out, fellas, if we be transparent, is that at 3 years old, he says again, every time he missed the mark, every time he dropped the ball, he says again. He was determined. He was persistent. He was consistent. Like, these are things y'all have heard us speak about on this podcast. But at 3 years old, when he caught that ball, his entire countenance, his entire facial expression changed. That was the look of confidence. He had the look of confidence because he realized that hard work really does pay off. And we got this saying in our family where we never give up. We never quit, right? If there is no way, we create a way. We place purpose over pointless excuses, right? That's what we say in our family, and that's my mantra and my motto in my business. So my son adopted the motto and the mantra, and he personified it, even though we were just playing catch. It's a life lesson, because guess what? This is the heavy part, y'all. The story was beautiful, right? My son, shout out to Lil Demont at 3, catching the ball, right? But shout out more to his consistency. But he taught me something, y'all. This is the Live in Purpose podcast. I am Mr. Purpose over pointless excuses, but baby purpose over pointless excuses. He taught me something. He taught me that no matter how many times you try, all you got to do is get it right one time. And once you get it right one time, then you'll know forever. You'll know forever that you can do it again. Now, with that said, I just wanted to spark this episode out with a quick story, with a lesson that we can talk about. So for me, the lesson was the fact that sometimes in our lives, in our career, in our business, we be striving and we'll try to reach a certain level or a certain goal. But a lot of us, we quit, and all we are is just, again, one more time, one more again. We're just one more rep, one more step, one more pass, one more reach away from our goal, but we end up throwing in the towel and we end up giving up. So my question that I want to pose to you guys tonight, and we'll start with you, Cornelius, and then we'll go to you, Logan, and then we'll go to you, Brad. My question is, when was that moment where you realized that all you had to do was take one more step, do one more rep, make one more phone call, watch one more webinar, one more training, right? Like, when was that moment for you, Cornelius, when you realized that if you just did one more, and when you did that one more, When was that moment when that shift went from being frustrated to being confident and fulfilled?
Yeah, man, it really depends on when you're talking about in life. Like, I felt that way multiple times in my life, right? And so it really depends on when we talking, right?
Yeah.
Was it the first time, or what is it, like recently, more
Most
recent?
recent. Let's talk
Uh,
with the most recent time because it's gonna be fresher on your mind.
yeah. So most recent, man, it was really like, I was on my own way as far as like stepping into the area of profession that I'm in right now, right?
Yeah.
And it was like more of like, "Ah, I can't do that, man. That's for them."
Mm.
Or, man, I believe that I can do it, but not at that level, right? And it's that self doubt. The self doubt always kick in. I
Yeah.
apologize, my light's gonna go in and out
Yeah, you good.
right now, but yeah, man, I had that moment, and and I had a hard time actually valuing what I was truly worth in the marketplace,
Yeah.
and so I had a hard time saying my price. Right, I knew what I should charge, but I had a hard time saying it, and it was brought to my attention that I had a hard time saying it because I had never invested in myself to that magnitude. And so, really, when I decided that I was worth it, and I decided that I was worth the investment, then I invested it, and then I was way more confident in believing that I can take that next step.
Mm.
It's like, because before I was telling myself these lies, that we all tell ourselves, like, man, nobody ain't gonna pay for that. Man, like, I don't believe, like, man, like, just for that, like, I think that it's overpaying for it. I don't think that it's that worth that. And then, like, you tell yourself, like, man, ain't nobody gonna really put this type of value on what I do, until like I came to the crossroads in my life to where I was like, bro, I really want and need this, and I really need my family to go to the next level. And if this is what it costs, I'm willing to invest it. And then when I invested it, I believed in myself to invest that amount of money, which let me know that other people would believe in themselves. Other people would pay the price,
Mm.
right? And it gave me that confidence to, like, all right, bro, like, this is needed, right? This is a space that is it needs to be walked. And it needs to be walked by me.
Mm.
And I say that because, like, it was a group of people out there that would probably never get the information that they needed unless I stepped into it,
Yeah.
right? Certain people can only hear your voice.
That's big. Wait. I thought you was gonna get away without me having to do this. And you saw me just kicking it back, man, trying to be cool, trying to be smooth. But I need you to run that back for the ones who ain't want to hear that. And I need you to say it a little bit louder for the ones who acting like they don't see what we talking about today. You did. Come on with that.
Yeah, man, because, like, there's gonna be some people out there that can't hear the people that's talking. There's gonna be some people out there that can't hear the people that's in front of the room. There's gonna be some people out there that can't hear the person that has a successful business already.
Mm.
It's a group of people out there that is directly tied to your journey because they know how far you've come, and they know how much you struggle, right? They know, like, those people only can hear your voice, right? There's gonna be a group of people that you've never met before that relates to you in a way that nobody relates to you, and they can't hear, oh, dude, they can't hear sis over there because they don't relate at all.
Mm.
So there's a group of people out there that can only hear your voice, and if you don't step into it, if you don't have enough confidence to be you, like, bro, those people are gonna be left in the wilderness.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're saying is like those people didn't see you getting the ball passed to you and dropping the ball. They didn't see the work you put in. They didn't see the work before the lights came on. They didn't see what you went through in order to get to that moment, right? And it's fabulous, man, or shall I say fantastic. You know what I mean? It's fantastic the way you articulated the fact that when you realize when you made that investment, that aha moment, that moment, the answer to that question, that moment when you realize, like, wait, if I'm willing to make this investment, because I'm taking it this serious and I need to get my family to the next level. And it's a personal situation, meaning that if it if it's gonna get done, it's gonna get done by me. It has to be done by me. And then you realize that when you made that investment, you realize that okay, now you have this level of confidence to know that other people are going to be willing to do the same because you learn from experience. That experience gave you the exposure, so to speak. And now with that exposure, you're more confident and more competent in when you talk about your prices. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just a level to every level of life,
Yeah.
and sometimes you gotta pay to get access to that level. Sometimes your card ain't gonna work at this level,
Mm,
right? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, your card ain't gonna access this floor.
mm,
So it's a higher price point to the floor. And I had this image of I was making decisions for people, right? I
mm-hmm,
was making a decision for them. People can't afford that. All people can't do this. So, and I
mm,
was making that excuse for people before I even offered a solution to whatever the problem they had. And it took me really taking that step. It took me going out on faith and really making that investment to realize that if people want it bad enough, they would actually invest themselves.
yeah,
If I had a solution that would fix a problem to a certain magnitude, there's no price people wouldn't pay because they deem what you have more valuable than the money that it costs.
that's right.
And I was able to really access a whole nother stratosphere of life based on just fixing that and being able to take that step into this world.
Mm. I like it, bro. I like it. You talking heavy, man. Listen, I want to tag team Logan in right quick because his facial expression just make me feel like he got something to add in on this. So Logan, we tagging you in, man. Come off mute, talk to the people, King. What's up with it, bro?
Um, for me, the moment of like pushing through, um, actually, the moment of me pushing through was last month, coming off of everything that I've done and everything that that has taken place in regards to the curriculum and
Mhm.
speaking and all of that type of stuff. Like I was like, Logan, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, that's cool. Like that's wonderful. That's great. But we still got more work to do.
yeah.
And I can remember a time where if a school would bring me in to speak, or better yet, I'll do one a little bit better. I can remember when I got my first 5-figure check for my mentoring program. It was $10,000, and then I
Mhm.
got another one that next semester for 12,000. And I remember when I got that money. I remember when I got the contracts that I thought that all the schools would be beating my door down,
Mhm.
and they didn't.
Talk about it.
And you talking about hurt?
Mm.
Like, man, like I'm like, yo, like I don't understand. Like these schools, like I know they talking about me. I know they da. Like I know what's going on, but like, why ain't no other schools wanting to give me the opportunity?
Mm.
Well, Logan, you didn't expose yourself.
Wait. Hold up. I'm not even gonna make you run that back. I just
No,
want.
we can run it back. I ain't got
I,
no listen. I got
I'm
time
just.
today, bro.
You got time today? All right, cool. So I want you to run that back because first of all, before you run it back, I want to run. I want to remind the people that you just said you started off the story by saying you remember when you got your first 5-figure check for your mentoring program and it was 10,000, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then the next semester you got another contract and it was $12,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment you would be feeling like, okay, I should pick up momentum.
I'm the man.
Excuse
That's
me.
what I'm like, yo, I'm the man.
Right. Come on. Now talk about it. Now running back, what was that E word you used that you said you had to
Is
have
that
more of?
what I had to realize was that, of course, we know that education is a small, like other educators and stuff, like they all run in the same circles, they all talk with each other. But what I realized was that I wasn't exposing myself to these other educators, right? So when I go to the schools with the administrators that don't look like us, right? And I'm saying, hey, listen, we have X, Y, and Z. One, and when I say expose myself, I'm talking about speaking their language, right? Making the investment in my curriculum, right? Getting, and when I say making the investment in my curriculum, like I'm talking about coaching, becoming more linear in my verbiage, right? Doing the free stuff, like exposing myself, right? Like, hey, listen, can we run a pilot program and different things like that? Like, bruh, I didn't realize that, and I wasn't doing that. And I just, like I said, I just automatically thought like, oh, y'all done spent $22,000 this year. Like, oh man, all the other schools, you know what I'm saying, in my hometown, they gonna be beating down my door. And it's like, nah.
Didn't work like that.
Don't work like that. Like it's crazy, bro. Like the schools back home, because there's been some rearranging in regards to positions for administrators and as well as central office. It's like now they see what I'm doing and they like, oh, listen, we want you to come and can you come speak to the kids, or hey, we want your program. And what I'm realizing is that they only see that because of the consistency in what I built.
It's that
right?
rep, that throw it again, that again, like my little son was saying, again, even though you didn't get it the first time, again, even though you didn't get it the second time, again. I feel where you going with this, Logan. Go on, take us in there.
And what I realized was like, okay, my mindset had to be bigger than where I was from. If I really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to make an impact, Logan, like if you see YB Normal being a household name, if you see YB Normal being an international brand and different things like that, then your thinking, right, and your habits and the systems that I put in place, they got to be bigger than just you thinking locally. So I had to expose myself to something different.
I like that. I like
right. And it wasn't until I started exposing myself to different things, different systems, different people, right? That's when things started to catch a little traction. And it's like, oh, okay, this is possible. Right? Like I didn't know it was possible, bro, to make 6 figures in a month until I came across Jeremy's podcast with him and David Shands, and he did that podcast where he made 200,000 in the month of August doing it virtually.
Yeah.
Right? Like I didn't know it was possible, bro, for you to make 20 bands, bro, in a month, bro, until I did it. Right? It's like, bro, I made $18,250, bro, in the month of February. Here we are in April. I just sent a proposal today, bro, for $18,000 for one school.
Yeah.
But I never would have knew it was possible if I didn't expose myself.
That's what I was just finna say. From coming off of what you thought would it be a momentum gain in success to a roadblock or a speed bump or a hill, so to speak. But now that you're on the other side because you did the work of doing the consistent reps, right? You honored the craft, right? You went the extra mile, and now as you're getting the compensation that you deserve, you're in the process of submitting proposals for more compensation, right? And it's at a higher level. But it's because you went through the work. And I'm pretty sure, Logan, if I ask you where your confidence level is at now communicating this, with being that you just submitted an $18,000 proposal to one school, talk about where that confidence is at now as opposed to where it was when nobody wasn't hollering back.
Well, bro, what people have to understand and realize is that who I am now isn't who I was 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, right? Like during those periods, that was a broken Logan.
Talk about that. When you say the broken Logan, what you mean?
You get what I'm saying? Like the Logan that was insecure, the Logan that, you know, oh man, I see Brad out here flying. Like, why they ain't reaching out to me? Right? I see Corn getting $25,000 contracts. Like, bro, why they ain't hitting me up?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm seeing DeMont fly to New York, bro. Like, why they not flying me to New York?
Yeah.
Right? And so, bro, what I learned, bro, was that I had to, and what I like to call now is like, bro, I like to stay in gratitude, bro, and be grateful. And so I'm always grateful. Like, hey, Brad, bro, I'm grateful, bro, that, you know what I'm saying? Brad let me get the opportunity to spend his birthday with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To be able to hold his baby boy, bro, and be like, hey, man, listen, you coming with Uncle Logan during the summer, bro, and I'm spoiling the mess out of you. You staying with me, Brad, Suge, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. He in good hands.
Right. Right.
I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for it to you like and Brad didn't do this intentionally, but we were eating brunch and we were having a conversation, and I noticed that I was in his top people when it comes to text messages. And I said, bro, I'm in your top.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, oh man, don't start, Lo. Don't start. I said, no, bro, for real. Like, I'm in your top, bro. He was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, bro, that's what's up, bro. Like, I'm grateful for that. Because, bro, it's people, bro, that call me family, bro, and I ain't in their top.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like,
Absolutely.
I had to expose myself to something different, bro. I don't go nowhere where they telling me to reduce myself.
Yeah. Come on, man. Stay right there, bro. You come on, bro. It's a thing about going where you celebrate it and appreciate it as opposed to just being tolerated. Come
You
on.
feel me?
I absolutely do, bro, for sure.
So, bro, I go where I'm celebrated at, bro, right?
Yeah.
And Brad said something to me, bro, that really it really pierced my heart. He said, Lo, bro, like, you know why the picture it's a brick. That's what the picture is. He ain't got a picture of me, he got a picture of a brick.
Okay.
He said, bro, do you know what this? He said, bro, do you know what this symbolizes? I was like, we building? Like, I don't know. Like, what? We building brick by brick? He said, no, bro, you the foundation.
Yeah. Yeah, that hit different. They got to pause for that one. They got to let it breathe.
Bro, he said, you the foundation, Lo.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, don't take that lightly, dude. Because what he don't know is, bro, that's something that I always prayed for. Bro, I prayed for somebody to love me, bro, and see me, bro, and allow me to be me and them not thinking that I'm in competition with them.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, Corn can call me and say, hey, Lo, bro, what you doing for X, Y, and Z? And I give him the sauce, bro, and he don't think that I'm bragging. And where most people mess up is because, bro, when you expose yourself, bro, you're not coming with the right intentions, bro. Your heart not in the right place. You trying to get exposed to something and you got ill intentions, bro, and you wondering why your stuff ain't taking off.
Yeah. Come on, Logan. Don't slow down. Turn up.
You feel me, bro? Like,
yeah.
Bro, like I didn't even know this until Brad told me. Bro, I was on I got acknowledged on the podcast and stuff, and I didn't even know it. Brad said, hey, bro, congratulations. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, you didn't know? I'm thinking he talking about the email. And I was like, bro, you talking about the email? I was like, bro, we already talked about that. Right? Because I ain't in it for the recognition, bro. I'm in it because it's my purpose and I love adding value, bro. And so he said, no, bro, you didn't hear it, you didn't see it. And I was like, oh, bro, I cried, bro, because it was like, okay, God, like I see what you're doing. Wow. Out of all the hell I done been through, out of all the fighting that I done had to go through, the crying and the crawling and getting knocked down, having to get back up and limping and getting stabbed in the back, and people telling me that they ain't stabbed me and I'm bleeding in public and different things like that, bro.
That's
I don't
real.
do this for recognition, bro.
That's real.
Like, it's cool to be recognized, but I don't do this for recognition. I do it because it's my purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm in the position that I'm in, bro. Why? Because I exposed myself to something different and my intentions were pure.
Mm-hmm.
And when your intentions are pure, bro, there's a time where you sow the seed, you plow the field, and then you reap the harvest.
That's right.
And in the season that I'm in right now, these are seeds that I sowed, bro, 4 years ago that don't nobody know. So now Brad can say, hey, bro, you the foundation, bro. And I can hold on tight to that and honor that. Y'all can call me and say, hey, Logan, bro, like I need help with X, Y, and Z. And I can give you the game and the sauce and whatever it may be and be like, hey, bro, go out, execute, do your thing. And then when you get it, we celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why? Because my intentions are pure. And I never gave up. Even when I'm walking by myself, bro.
Yeah, bro. Two things you saying that keep ringing in my ears. And I just want you to echo them, man, for the people, man. And I know we gotta get one more in, but I know I keep hitting you with questions, but for some reason I keep getting the inclination to stay right here. You said you never gave up and your intentions were pure. Like those are two totally different things. But when you combine them, it makes a superpower, right? It makes a superpower like no other. You get where I'm coming from? So having pure intentions, Logan, having pure intentions and a work ethic to never give up, to never quit, right? And you kept dropping the word purpose. Come on, bro. Like, we on the Live In Purpose podcast, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Mr. Purpose over pointless excuses. Like we know this, but you embodied it. And when you embody it, you don't have to tell nobody what your purpose is because you are walking in the purpose. You living in the purpose. We see in the purpose. You are the evidence of the purpose. You get where I'm coming from? And I just want you to echo in your own words the pure intentions. The I never gave up aspect. Like, can you please echo that again? Because somebody can only my voice is for a specific audience, but I believe that there's somebody listening right now who needs to hear your voice say that again in the emotion that you're in right now.
Right. In order for you to, I think a lot of people misinterpret who I am, what I do, and how I got in this position. Because I didn't ask for it. Right? Like when I met Brad, bro, I met Brad serving. And when I met him, bro, I was intentional with meeting him because I said, hey, bro, I need you to know, bro, like me and you we need to meet and we need to connect. And I was told that me and you need to link up. And when I met him, bro, I was serving. And the crazy thing is, as much as he was watching me, I was watching him. And we was laughing and giggling and shooting the, you know what I'm saying, shooting jokes and stuff. Yeah. And I would watch Brad look at me, bro. I'd be doing something. I see Brad out the corner of my eye just looking at me. And he wasn't watching me for what I was doing. He was watching to see if my intentions were pure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Absolutely. Like, I really need somebody to really listen, bro, and hone into what I'm saying, bro. When your intentions are pure, bro, right, you can have a seat at the table. And when you got a seat at the table, now you get to pick off the menu. And where most people mess up at is that they quote unquote think they got a seat at the table, but they actually on the menu. You dog.
Hold up. Boy, don't make me throw something. I keep telling y'all every week I'm gonna have to keep something up here at my desk so I can just throw it at you on the podcast. Boy, that boy said most of us, we think we at the table. We think we got a seat at the table, but we are on the menu. Like, you don't even know it. You a meal. Oh, and you came to get a plate and you don't even know that they having you for dinner. Oh my God. Boy, listen, we gonna have to go. Boy, shut your mouth, Logan. But before you shut your mouth, what else you gonna say? You know, shut your mouth, but then say what else you gonna say. You know,
I got you. I promise, bro. I'm finna tone it down, bro. I just think that it's important, bro, that if you want to build something, bro, something of purpose, you know what I'm saying, something that's gonna outlive your breath, bro. Like, your intentions got to be right. Yeah. And you got to be intentional with the way that you move, bro. Like, I don't look at y'all as friends, bro. I look at y'all as family. Right. And it ain't a lot of people, bro, that I say that's family, especially at this age and where I'm at in life, bro. It ain't a lot of people, bro, that I can call on and say, hey, listen, X, Y, and Z, bro. Hey, I'm having trouble at home. Or, hey, bro, I need you to take care of my family, bro. Like, I'm about to, it's some stuff that's getting ready to happen to me.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Right.
get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it sound cool, it sound great, like it's all cool, but bro, when it get down to it, bro, like they need to know, like no, like they need to know y'all are one of the 3 people that I can call.
For sure.
There's a few other people, bro, that I can call when I say, hey, bro, I'm at a mentally, bro, I'm at a 3. And I know y'all gonna hop on the phone with me and you ain't gonna talk about me.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, bro, you see what I'm saying, bro? We talking about purpose, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to accomplish, y'all are attached to that. What God has called me to do, right? Like I'll put it this way. People's opinions, bro, never changed God's assignment, and that's where most people mess up at.
I love it, bro. You dropping them. You all in your bag, boy. I don't know, boy. You on fire. You did something. You studied before. You been laying before. You on something tonight.
And what I realized was that, listen, bro, if this is my assignment, then I gotta have people, bro, that's intentional about what my assignment is and who I'm called to be, and that's gonna hold me accountable.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need no yes men, bro. I need y'all to call me out on my stuff. Hey, Logan, you made your phone calls. Like y'all remember we had a message early on in the year, like, hey, what's the goal, bro?
Right.
I told you 5 to 7 phone calls, bro. I upped it and said I'm gonna do 10 to 12. Now I'm doing 10 to 12 phone calls a day. Yeah. Now look at the position that I'm in.
Mm-hmm. And I
Why?
want them
Because
to
I expose myself to something different, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I want them to see the level of exposure. Like you took it right out of my mouth as I was taking it out yours. You know what I mean? I want them to see the level of exposure because you increased, right, the amount of times you put yourself out there, right? And I'm in the same boat, and I can say the same thing. That's why it hit me differently when you said it, because I know there was a time like I'm like, man, I just thought because I made the investment, went through the training, right? I've been in the rooms, like I'm thinking I got a seat at the table, not knowing that I'm looking like a sweet meal when I call these decision makers, and they're like, oh, you don't know how to talk that money talk, huh? Oh, I got me somebody. Hey, we got us a new one, boys. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know, Logan. So now I understand the importance of leveling up and going through the process. What else you got, man? I just feel led to just let you get it all off your chest.
Bro, and it's funny that you said that the administrators would be like, we got a new one, right? And so that's why they charge you bottom price.
Yep. That's why they pay you bottom price. Yeah, that's it. Because they know you
that's why they pay you bottom price. That's why they can say, oh, all we got is $500.
Yeah, he don't know no better. Let's shoot him one. He'll jump for it.
Right?
I don't
he don't know the verbiage, bro. He don't know the verbiage.
Yeah.
Right? That's just like corn. Like corn now, he was like, bro, I'm upping my price. He said this last podcast, like, bro, I'm upping my price, bro.
Right.
Why? Because he already then scanned the field, bro, and he know the lingo. Hey, Corn, when you talk to them, tell them you got a tool, bro, and X, Y, and Z, and how you can add value, and it can benefit their scholars. Then he was like, hey, bro, I think I want to do this on the athletic side. Okay, well, listen, this is what you need to do. Did you know that they approved a bill for high school students in Michigan and Florida? I sent him the information, bro. Why? Because I want to see him win.
Yeah.
Exposure, bro.
Exposure.
What are you exposing yourself to and the people around you? Because you say, hey, I want to see my boys win, but do you really?
Or do you just want to be the one to win first? Like, is it a team effort, or do you just want them to play the supporting role? Anyway, look, we're not going to go that deep. Listen.
Hold on. Listen. I got one more.
Come on.
Because listen, bro, it's a team effort, right?
That's right.
Because what did I do? I spoke at a conference last year, and they sent me the information immediately. Who you thought I hit up? Brad.
Hit the team up.
And I said, hey, B, listen, bro, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. This is the play I need you to run, and I'm gonna make the phone call. Just let me know when you do it. And that's exactly what I did. And so the lady was like, okay, I'll definitely pull his information, Logan, and take a look at it. Are you going to be coming back this year? We definitely want you. I don't see no issue with it. I said, no, I'll come, but I just want to do a breakout session, but I need you to make sure that my boy get the keynote.
Hit my guy up right quick. Have your people call my people, and then put our people together as we do this. You know what I'm
See what I'm
saying?
saying, bro?
Absolutely.
Why? Because
Absolutely.
I want to see my bro. I want to see my brother win, bro. Hey, bro, listen. Let me put some food over here. I'm eating, but let me put some over here to help you too. Exposure, bro.
Yeah, that's how it went when I got on that flight and went to New York. It was like that. It was a team effort. It was sort of like a layup. And I don't even play basketball, but I slam dunk like right quick. Like it's a layup, slam dunk. I'm gonna take the opportunity. And it's just been growing ever since. And with that being said, with that opportunity, it's only right that I make way. You understand what I'm saying? First of all, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Live in Purpose podcast. Shout out to everybody that's chopping it up in the comments. Look, we need you to hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the like button, notification bell so you know when we on. But look, I need you to share it with 5. Matter of fact, not I, but we as the force, the fantastic force. We all need you to share this with 5 or 10 people who you want to see live in purpose, right? We need you to do that right now while you listening. Don't go nowhere. Do it while you listening. Multitask, y'all. Listen, at this time, Brad, we done said a lot, right? Like I jumped off with a story about my little man and his consistent attitude and his work ethic and how it paid off for him and how it boosted his level of confidence. Then Cornelius talked about a situation where he realized he had to keep pushing, keep moving. And then he realized he was going to be the decision maker if it was going to make a difference. He was going to be the difference maker. And he had to level up his investment and also had to level up his confidence by knowing that when he took that step, others are going to be willing to take that step. Then Logan done took us down through there, y'all. He done took us down through there talking about having the right intention, talking about never giving up, talking about the very fact that it is our purpose. It is his purpose. That's what we're doing right now. It's the Live in Purpose podcast. And right now, you about to hear from Brad Butler II, a.k.a. B-Rad the Great. What up, bro?
I'm gonna stay on quitting. Like okay. that topic of quitting earlier, because you mentioned that. And I think Kobe Bryant is the best example of it. Like he said it best. He said, if you quit one time, it becomes habitual.
Listen, man, shut up, Brad, right now. Shut your mouth right now.
Turbo. Run that back, Turbo.
So, and for those of you who may not know what the word habitual means, it means consistently quit. Like if you keep doing it over and over again, like it's just going to become habitual for you. Yeah. Like you quit one time and you see. Here's the thing: quitting is easy. It's easy. It's one of the easiest things in the world to do. Quitting becomes hard when you vested a certain amount of time and effort, and you are bringing other people along the journey with you. Now it's extremely hard for me to quit. Like I can't look my wife in the face. I can't look my child in the face and tell them that I quit because it was too hard, or because somebody said no, or because somebody didn't like the way I dressed, or my style, or where I come from, or whatever. I can't look my brothers in the face and quit knowing that I'm responsible. I am the person that is responsible for this group even getting together in the first place. I am the one who spoke life into this group to put it together. I'm the one who created the hope that we could have a brotherhood, that we can have a relationship, that you can have somebody that you can call on when you're in need. When you need a resource, when you need help with something, when you and your wife are at odds, you can talk to somebody else that talk you off the bridge. I'm the one who created it and put the foundation together for this. So why? I cannot fathom going backwards. I can't fathom having the conversation with you or anybody else who's close and near and dear to my heart who, or I'll put it like this. All the benefits that I'm going to achieve and get from the speaking industry and the work that I do as a coach and all that stuff, like the people who I bring those benefits to, I can't turn around and then take it away. I can't tell my wife, hey, we're going to go on these trips. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. Like I'm creating this time freedom and stuff like that. I can't turn around and say, oh, we got to get daycare. We got to get daycare now because I'm no longer an entrepreneur and I got to clock in. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I've set the standard. I've set the bar so high that I can't back out now. And I don't want to. I like the person that I've become. I like the man that I've become because of the fact that I stopped quitting.
Wait, my man, my man, I don't know what's going on with my throat. I'm sipping water. Look, man, I think it's y'all, man. I think y'all got me on something else tonight, man. My man said, I like the man that I've become because I quit quitting. I stopped quitting.
All right. Thank you. All right, hold on. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because it just wow. No, it's coming. It's coming. It's about to come right now. The problem is you quit and you don't realize that the Q stands for you don't know what quality looks like. The U means that you're not unique. You're not a unique individual who can actually stay focused on an individual situation and purpose that you have for your life. The I is for being intentional. You're not intentional about what it is that you want out of life and the things that you want to do and how you want to impact people's life. And T is for trust because people ain't got none for you.
Yeah, but
people ain't got no trust in you.
Why you yelling that? Don't be yelling at me, Brad. Don't be
Flame
yelling
on.
at me, Brad.
Flame on. Flame
You quit.
on.
You quit. That's what you're known for. That's your MO. As soon as things get hard, as soon as things get tough, as soon as things ain't going your way, you childish. You childish.
Habitual behavior.
Yeah, I'm trying. Cornelius, I'm trying my hardest, bro. Normally that's you, but I'm trying my hardest. You childish individual. Yeah. We'll leave it at that. You quit because of how childish you are and how immature you are. You never grew up from that situation that you happened when you were a young man or a young woman, when you experienced that trauma or that issue. You revert right back to that age as soon as the trials and tribulations hit. As soon as things are not going your way, you go right back to being 14 when they hurt your feelings. You go right back to being 15 or 16 when things weren't going your way.
Yeah.
Like you revert right back to that age, you revert right back to that space and you quit all over again. And you don't even realize that you're tearing up your life, you're tearing up your career, you're tearing up your relationships. And you wonder why you can't go further in life and you can't attain certain things. And it's like you take one step forward and 2 steps back. It's because you quit on everything. You're not putting in enough sweat equity for you to attain a certain thing. You think you're so entitled. You watch all these these people out there in the industry and these people just in life and they're attaining a certain thing, but you don't know what they had to go through to get it. Some of you watch my life, you see some of the things I post on Instagram and stuff like that, and you think you're supposed to have it too. What did you do to earn it? I can tell you, I can give you my blueprint. I sit down and walk you through it and let you know all the blood, sweat, and tears I had to put in. The nights that I cried myself to sleep. Like the times I felt like I was worthless. I had no worth. I had no purpose in life. I couldn't find a brotherhood. I think my community was not connecting with me. My community was not working with me. I felt like my community didn't even want to see me winning. I felt like people who looked like me didn't even want me to win.
Come on, bro.
I felt like my worst enemies, the people who were out there who had the same skin tone as me, they didn't even want to see me helping their own people. They were redlining me. You're talking about redlining back in the day when it was racism and all that? Listen, and not saying that there ain't some today, because there is, but there's people who, my own people, were redlining me to get to my own people, to get to my own youth, to help them. And you got the audacity to be like, yo, you want this and you want that out of life and you want to attain this, but you're not putting the work in. You're not willing to sacrifice nothing. You're not willing to die of yourself to become renewed. Like I'm sorry. If you knew me in high school, if you knew me in college, I'm sorry, you don't know me. that Brad
that missed him.
Time ago.
That missed them. If they knew you win, say that. Run that back for the people in the back and say it louder for the ones that ain't trying to hear that. Yeah.
No, if you knew me back in high school or if you knew me in college or whatever, bro, you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. Yeah. You don't know my background. You don't know my history. You don't know my family. You don't know nothing. You definitely didn't know my work ethic. You didn't know the depths that I was willing to go through to be the man that I am today, to make changes. So like, come on, bro, I ain't no saint. So yeah, back in college, I was drinking, I was partying, I was having a good time, dude. I was playing football, this, that, and the other, bro. I am not that same person. That person died a long time ago, bro. I've been on this mission, this road for a long period now. Yeah. That's why some people get around me, they don't even feel comfortable because they're like, oh, his aura different.
Yeah, he different.
It's an aura.
We ain't the same.
Stay right there, B. Stay
Stay
right there, bro.
Listen,
stay right there.
And the reason why you feel uncomfortable or you might feel uncomfortable around me or people like me who are moving in purpose and they got that aura that's shining around them, right? It's because of the fact that you look at us and you say, or you look at them, because it might be somebody else, and you say to yourself, how come they could do it, but it ain't happened for me? What's so special about them that it's not happening for me? Like what's so special about them that it's happening for them, but it's not happening for me? Yeah. The truth of the matter, the answer is nothing.
Come on, man. Let's deal with that.
There's nothing. You got to eat that. You got to take that L, because there's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about us that's on this call. We just made a decision. We made a firm and steadfast decision that we wanted more out of life. And we were willing to make the sacrifices that were necessary in order for us to get certain things. We got around the right people. We invested in ourselves. We did the right things. And above all things, we didn't quit when we had that breaking point. And we've all had it. We've all had that moment that broke us and was like, yo, this is fight or flight. This is a fight or flight moment. This is that moment where back in the day where we had this situation that came up and we quit and we broke. Yeah. And we know that moment. We know that moment very well. So when the moment arose in the industry, when we were working, it was like, yo, this is that moment again. Do I break? Do I go backwards? Do I quit? Do I just, do I be the same Brad? Do I be the same Logan? Do I be the same DeMont? Do I be the same Cornelius that I've always been? Yeah. Or can I be that new version of me that the people have never seen? Can I be the version of me that God created in the first place?
That's it right there. Don't move. Put a pin right there. Focus on right there. Tune in right there.
That's it. That's the thing. I stopped quitting when I realized that, Brad, this isn't even you. Yeah. That's not you. Every time you quit, you starting all over again. You get so close that this is like, I have the potential. I can make it work. I can do this. And it doesn't even matter what it is that I put my hands to. Whatever it is that my hands touch. As long as my heart is pure and I got the right intentions, I can make it work. Yeah. But when we stepped into this right here, this was the hardest battle. This was the toughest battle that we ever faced. Because because of the industry in itself, you gotta be the right person. Your heart gotta be pure. Your mind gotta be in the right space. You gotta do work on yourself. You have to do professional development. You gotta invest. Like, you gotta do the right things at all times. Like, it can't be one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do the right thing when I'm on stage, or I'm gonna do the right thing on a coaching call. I'm gonna do the right thing in the group setting. No, you have to do the right thing when you at home in the dark, by yourself. When you at home there, with your wife.
Come on, Brad.
Watching your mouth, how you talk to her. Yeah. You gotta watch how you talk to your kids when you talk to them. Watching how you talk to. Listen, you gotta watch how you talk to the people who you know are your enemies.
Yeah, boy.
Who you know don't care nothing about you, who you know don't want well for you. They envious, they jealous of where you at and what you doing with your life. They're trying to figure out how you get close to such and such, how you get next to such and such, whole time smiling in your face. I'm like, yo, bro, you think I don't know what you're doing? But the whole time I'm like, yo, it's cool, bro. I greet you with joy. Yeah. And I wish no harm to you.
Because your intentions are pure.
And I wish no harm to you. That's why I said it before. I was like, yo, it makes absolutely no sense in the world for you to compete with me, because I actually want to see you win.
We on the same team, family.
It does nothing for me to see you take a loss. It does nothing. And yo, Lo, I had posted this before, because people talk about, man, you talking about the tables, right? I said, ooh, I'm glad he said that, because there's so many individuals out there right now, and we seeing it. Like, we seen it all over the place where people are like, yo, okay, because E said it. And I get it. This is where they got it from. They got it because E said, yo, don't try to, if you can't be a part of a table, you'll create your own table. And I get it. You want to win. I get it. I see what you're doing, bro. I'm not mad at you. It's still love, right? My problem is, I get that you want to have your own table, and I want you to have your own table. But the problem is, you ain't building your table on sturdy legs.
What they building them on? What they working with, B? You know, I gotta ask a question. You know what I mean? What they working with?
I don't know.
It ain't solid. It ain't a solid foundation, huh?
It's not a solid foundation. Like it's supposed to be made out of oak wood or something like that. It's over here made out from them kitty tables.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I asked you, because I knew you was gonna let me know what it was being made out of. You know what I'm saying?
Because my thing is, like, if it's not built on a solid foundation, if it's not built on integrity, if it's not built on trust, if it's not built on the know, like, and trust factor, bro, what is you doing?
What you doing?
You wasting time. You wasting other people's time. Like, come on. Like, I want you to win. I want you to do, but I want you to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Like, we see this stuff. We see people faking lifestyles
all the time.
It's like, Brody, like, come on, bro, don't do that.
Like,
you
bro,
better
you know
than
that ain't your car, bro. You know that ain't your car. You taking the picture in front
it's
of.
Like you
bro.
better than that. Like, and I get it. It's like, yo, okay, maybe it's not. Okay, whatever. Like you doing it, like, but that's just, here's my thing. It's just not me, and I've been able to do just fine the way I've been doing things.
The right way.
Being me.
The right way, the real way, the authentic way, the living purpose way. You did what I'm saying? Look, man, that's B-Rad the Great, man. Brad Butler. Y'all see why we had to make him wait. You see how it get hot in here, man. I've been looking for stuff to throw at these three guys all night. Cornelius started it off. Then Logan with his finger up. He got the church finger. Then Brad over here. Then me and Logan both, we got the gas face. You know, the church face when it looked like somebody passed gas and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just can't help it when that spirit hits you. But look, what I need y'all to understand is that what's been going on here, I don't want you to miss it. Like, I don't want you to get caught up in all the excitement, and I don't want you to confuse this for entertainment. I don't want you to confuse this for motivational speeches. These ain't keynotes presentations, right? Like, this is life transformational information. I think they missed it. So I'm a run it back, right? For the people in the back, and I'm going to say it louder for the ones that ain't trying to hear that. This is life transformational information. And this information is being given to you by those of us who have gone through the process. And see, here's the thing, right? We got a whole lot of people. Brad talked about it where he said you got people who think they supposed to have what he have, but they ain't done the work that he's doing. So what it is people don't understand what going through the process is, right? It's like they want to score a touchdown, but they don't want to run or catch the ball. I get it. You want to eat the food, but you don't want to put the fork up to your mouth, right? Like you want to get from point A to point B, but you don't want to drive, or you don't want to go to the airport or to the bus station. Like you want something for nothing, right? But what we talking about tonight is taking those moments where we shot our shot and we may have missed. And what happens, what separates the great from the average is that the average would be like, well, I shot my shot and then I shot it again. And boy, I tried 3 times and it didn't work. So you know what? That let me know that it was time for me to do something else. But see, the great, like Brad was talking about, the great, they're going to go a little bit deeper. They're going to go a little bit longer, a little bit stronger. I get it. If Jeremy was here, he would say you have to be strong enough, long enough, right? He would say your condition don't have to be your conclusion, right? So what we want you to know is this, right? That pain that you're feeling, that hurt that you're feeling, that insignificance, right? Because Logan told us he felt some type of way when they wasn't hollering back. I told you that I felt some type of way when people wasn't hollering back, right? Cornelius told you he felt some type of way. So what we're telling you is that you're not wrong for feeling some type of way, but you're wrong if you're allowing those feelings, right, to control and fuel your actions. You're wrong if you're allowing the way you feel about a certain thing, or if you're allowing the way you feel about what somebody said to you, or the gift that God gave you, because people aren't accepting it because they don't see the light that's shining in you. You're wrong if you're allowing that disappointment to cause you to give up and throw in the towel. Because again, just like my son, when we started off this podcast, I told you my son, I was throwing the ball at him and he was dropping the ball. And every time he dropped it, he would say again. And I would throw it again, and he say it again. And it's nothing new because we play catch, but y'all, the distance was further. And I was throwing the ball a little harder. He's only 3. But at 3, he had enough sense, enough intuition, enough purpose to know, if you keep throwing it, Dad, eventually I'm going to catch it. And all we want y'all to know is that God put something in us, and he put something in you. And all we want you to know is if it didn't work the first time, do it again. If they didn't accept you in that crowd, go where you're accepted, go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. In other words, what we're telling you to do is don't surrender, don't quit, never give in, never give up. If you can't find a way, create a way. And I'm going to tell you, like we tell everybody in my family, like it's a family tradition. Like if we can't find a way, we create a way. Listen, y'all, this is the Living Purpose podcast. Before we get out of here, we got to go back around the table at least one more time. And I got to see how Cornelius feeling because my man been quiet. He been patient. He jumped this off. He got this started. And then he just been over there chilling. But now is his moment. Final remarks from you, Cornelius. Final remarks from you, Logan. And then one more time, we're going to attempt to keep Brad on the leash. If he can do it short and sweet. You did.
Hey, my boys went in like quick. I just enjoyed it, man. Man, they touched on a whole lot of things, man. But I want to, go back to that quitting, man. Brad said something that was deep earlier about quitting, and he dug into it. But I want to ask a question, that I think that most people need to ask themselves, because I believe that most people have this in their head already, either consciously or self-consciously. How long or how much time have you given yourself before you quit? Most people have this time frame. If I don't get it done by this time, I'm a retreat. I'm gonna go do something else, right? So how much time have you allowed yourself to work at something and to go after something before you decide that that's enough? I'm gonna quit, right? And once you diagnose that, you're gonna have to like come to terms with if quitting is the solution. He said, Kobe said it becomes redundant, it becomes like repetitive after you quit, right? And I agree with that. But I'm gonna tell you, like, if you're gonna quit now. like don't waste nobody's time. If you're gonna quit now, right? Go get a job and build and let that and start building on that, right? Because this ain't for everybody, and I get it. But there's a way to actually still accumulate what you're trying to accumulate if you have a job and you know how to use that, right? And then, man, I just want you guys to stop quitting and switching. So figure out what it is. Give yourself that, you know what I'm saying? Give yourself that peace and that grace. Figure out what you want to do and go at it, man. But you got to stop planning stuff and digging it up. You got to stop planning stuff and digging it up. Because somebody that didn't quit, somebody that's willing to go a distance, is planting and harvesting in that same soil you dug your seeds out of. Because you was impatient and you didn't want to wait. You didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? You didn't want to go through that process. And the same people, some people coming behind you and planting their seeds right there in that same spot. And they reaping harvest. Yeah. So it wasn't the soil. It wasn't the seed. It was just your inability to stay and wait. It was your inability to water it. It was your inability to make sure that nothing else was digging it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want you guys to understand that quitting, it ain't gonna get you there no faster. That's exactly when you lose, when you quit. Quitting ain't gonna speed up the process. It ain't gonna speed your journey up. You know what I'm saying? So you quit, now what? Now what? Because you still gotta do something.
Still gotta do something. And now you stuck. Now you stuck because you quit.
Yeah, you still gotta surround yourself with people that's gonna put you in a position to win. You still gotta create a table. You still gotta create that environment. Like, whatever you see, smell, hear, or taste is gonna influence you in one way or another.
Yeah.
You still gotta create that environment. You still gotta put yourself in position to win. So, and another thing I heard, when you was talking earlier, it was like, bro, like, we went through that go through.
Yeah.
Right. And Brad, alluded to it too. Like, we went through that, and like, most people look at us and see, what we're doing or who we are and think one thing or another. Either way, don't really matter. But one thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is that the four of us, we mastered being broke.
Man, say that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all hear these big numbers, y'all, oh man, it's crazy, man. I wish I could do that. But we mastered being broke. Like, it wasn't that we didn't go through it. But there's a gift in being broke. And one thing I tell you, bro, we didn't lose that dog.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, E.T. talk about it all the time. You gotta have that dog. And like, bro, I see that dog in every one of my brothers. Well, no matter how much money they got, no matter, you know what I'm saying, what they doing out in the world, they still got that dog. And so if you're looking at your situation, you be like, bro, I wish that I could just attain that. Attaining the money ain't gonna do nothing for you. You gotta master the art of being broke and mastering being where you are and planting your feet and figuring out how to go forward right from where you at. And you gotta have that no surrender and go right back to that quitting. Bro, you can't quit. You gotta master where you are, put a plan together, and start planting seeds and start moving.
That's it.
That's all it is. It's just starting to move. Trust the process. And bro, you go from begging to giving.
Bro, you done dropped so many jewels, so many
That's
stones.
it. Cut him off right there.
That's what I was just finna say, bro.
Right
You about
there.
to start another hour conversation, man. Look, master, where you at? Enough said. Logan, what you got? Final remarks.
This is gonna be cliche when I say it, but they never said that it would be easy, but they always said it would be worth it. And I just think people really need to understand how important it is that there's people out here that can only get a breakthrough or only get what they need to get specifically from us or, you know, somebody else in their life. And I tell people, you know, like you and I are the aspirin to somebody's headache. How long are you going to let them suffer?
Wait, you are now the aspirin to somebody's headache.
No. Hey, bro, don't be messing up.
Don't let me mess it up. Say it. You say it.
You and I are the aspirin to somebody's headache. How long are you going to let them suffer?
Wow.
Like,
why y'all wait until the end of the podcast to start dropping these jewels, man?
No, bro, listen to me. Like really, really think about that, bro. Wow. There's somebody, bro. When we go to these schools, when we go to these businesses, when we go to these colleges, even when we just out, right? There's somebody that can only get what Brad got to give, what DeMont got to give, what Corn got to give, right? Heck, even what our kids got to give if they talking to somebody's kids, right? And I just think that it's important, bro, because people really need to understand, bro, that when you move with the right intentions and your heart is pure, bro, I promise you, you're going to be able to get some places and be able to do what God has called you to do. But you gotta be willing to be embarrassed. You got to be willing to be talked about. You got to be willing to not play in the circus. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, because what happens is that a lot of y'all, bro, y'all get upset when somebody done told you that, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. So now you in the circus because you feel like you need to justify what you doing. Bro, I done had people dog me, my own family, bro. Right? I done had plenty of people dog me, not support me, bro. And I didn't feel like I needed to justify it because I knew that I had an assignment. And so I just really want people to understand that, like, bro, when your intentions are pure, when you expose yourself, when you don't quit on yourself, bro, you can really make an impact, bro, and you can live on purpose, right? That's what DeMont talk about. Like, that's what the name of the podcast is. You can live on purpose, and if you want to live on purpose, then you gotta be intentional, and your heart gotta be pure.
Hey man, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Logan Taylor, man. We living in purpose. What's up, Brad? Let's wrap it up. What we got?
Bruh, I mean, just in case people didn't, hear it earlier when I said it, well, the acronym for the word quit, and I made that up on the spot. Sorry, it is what it is. That's just the way my mind works. So I'll break it down for y'all one more time, just in case you didn't, catch it earlier. The Q is for quality effort. You have not put quality effort into anything, right? The U is for you don't recognize that it's a unique opportunity that you have in front of you. The I is that you're not being intentional with what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. And the last one is T for trust, because no one trusts you because you're not really, you ain't dialed in. You're not giving 100% of yourself to this thing. Like, you haven't burned the ships. Like, you haven't removed the safety net, all that. And I promise you, like, You play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. It just is what it is. And the way that I view it is like, yo, if you want to act like a clown, I promise you the world will bring you to circus. Act like a clown if you want to. Go out here thinking you can do things however you want to do, and you can pick up whatever you want whenever you want to do it, and then put it down whenever you want, and not get your 10,000 hours, and then so you can master certain things so that you can actually be looked at as an expert in your field. Listen, do what you want. I'm not that person that's going to sit here and baby you and coddle you or tell you that you got to do things, this, that, and the other. Listen, the only thing I can tell you is what has worked for me. The only thing I can tell you is what has worked for the people in my community, the people, my mentors, the people who I've been around. And for some reason, it just seems like consistency seems to work every time. Ain't failed us yet. It's just like, as soon as you get consistent on the thing and get dead focused and locked in, laser focused on the thing, and don't let things get in the way or stop you from attaining that certain thing, it's just crazy how miracles start to come. It's just like you just end up in miracle territory. So that's the biggest thing. And so if there's anything that I want you to take away from this podcast, if you're listening to this, it's just don't be a quitter, or stop being one if you are. Or listen, like Cornelius said, if you're going to quit now. Don't wait. Don't wait till you are all the way at the end of a certain thing. You don't spent your whole life, doing a certain thing. Now all of a sudden you want to quit. You about to get your 401k. What's up with you, bro? Like, you might as well just ride this thing out to the end. Now all of a sudden you're having a midlife crisis. No, now's not the time. You got kids. You got a wife. Now's not the time. You got to see this thing through. But if you're going to quit something, quit it earlier on. Like when you first get into it, it's like, but actually dive into it to see if this is the thing for you. That's the only way that you're going to find out. I found out that the speaking industry was for me because I put everything into it. I burned the ships. I used to be a fully licensed insurance agent. People were knocking down my door trying to hire me because I'm fully licensed. Really? I let all my licenses lapse so that I wouldn't have a backup plan. You got to be that serious about it.
Yeah. Only way you make sure you go forward is to put yourself in the position to where you can't go back. Listen, man, with that being said, that y'all see how I wrap that up in like 10 seconds. Look, man, with that being said, you've been tuned in. We thank you for kicking it with us on the Live In Purpose podcast. You just heard from Brad Butler II, aka B-Rad the Great. Right before that, you heard from Logan Taylor, aka Why Be Normal When You Can Be Extraordinary. And right before him, you heard from Cornelius Shackelford, aka Cornelius, the CEO. And in case you ain't heard me yet, I'm your big bro, DeMont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. We'll see you back next week, same time. Yeah.
Hey, bro, you got me, bro. You were supposed to say yeah after you did the Pope thing, bro. I done put my hands up, bro. You got me, bro.
I got you. Got to stay ready, man. I switch it up from time to time. You did.
I got you. All right, I'm finna end it.